Ireland's a rich country. Ireland's a very rich country. We hear this, and people say Ireland's a rich country, and we have to ask ourselves, well, what does that mean? What does that mean? Does that mean multinationals move a lot of their money to here in order to pay less tax? What does it mean that Ireland's a rich country? And does that mean does that mean that in Ireland there's no homeless? Does that mean that in Ireland there's no older people who are afraid to turn the heating on? Does that mean that for a normal family buying groceries in Ireland is easy? And food is abundant? Well, what we're gonna talk about is the difference between a rich country and an abundant country, because there is a difference. Because we hear Ireland's a rich country, GDP. Ireland's GDP is really good. Well, what's the difference between a rich country and an abundant country? Well, in an abundant country, in a rich country, there is the government has a lot of money to spend. Maybe central banks are giving the government a lot of money. They're very, very rich. They can spend millions of euros on bike sheds and millions of euros on steps. In an abundant country, in an abundant country, you wake up feeling excited. You wake up feeling excited about your day. You have a sense of purpose in an abundant country. Sense of purpose of getting up and making something happen. You feel a connection with your country. You are Gaelic and you feel a connection with the land and a connection with the country. This is an abundant country. You are happy. You are happy to work sometimes for free to help out the community or to help out people or just to help out the country. Because it's an abundant country and you're excited about how incredible it is. You feel that feeling about the country because you're in an abundant country. When you have difficult times, you don't have to worry because you know you have people around you that are going to look after you, protect you, and get you back on the road you need to be on. In an abundant country, people are confident, confident about elections. They're confident about the people in power, that they have their best interests at heart. They feel a connection with our people in the country. This is an abundant country. But most of you feel excited about getting things done. You wake up in the morning excited. I cannot wait to get started on this. This is amazing. That's an abundant country. Now, rich country, there's plenty of rich countries that have many, many people starving in them. Many people starving. There's plenty of rich countries that look good on a balance sheet. Now, what happens is if you're in an abundant country and you're excited about getting things done, excited about helping the country, and excited about connecting, feeling the connection with people in the country, it turns into a rich country then because there's work done. And your country turns into a rich country anyway. And you can have both. You can have a rich and abundant country, but you can certainly have a rich country that is not abundant, that there's no connection, that there's violence and there's fear. Can be in a rich country, but an abundant country never has that. Abundant country never ever has that. There's a big difference. Abundance is about excitement, connection, and joy. Abundance is about excitement, connection, and joy. Cultural excitement. Human connection of Gaelic people. And joy. Joy to just get up out of bed and do what needs to be done. Joy. Absolute joy. That's what abundance is about. Abundance is about feeling that connection and knowing that connection is strength. Abundance is about, I'm excited to do the things that I'm doing, to do the job that I'm doing, to do the hobbies that I'm doing. I feel excited right now just to make this video, to connect with people. I have such great people who connect to me all the time. Tam, Randall, natural born Irishman. I have such great people who just connect to me all the time. And I feel excited about doing these videos because I have such great people to talk to afterwards. And that's what abundance is. It's not necessarily richness, although they can fairly easily overlap. They can very easily overlap, but it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. And the important thing to remember is that richness, richness without abundance, if we don't have that connection and overlap between richness and abundance, richness can feel very, very, very empty. Very empty. You hear about people jumping out of skyscrapers who are very, very, very rich, but never people who are abundant. You never hear that. You never hear that. People who have connection with their family, people who have people who love them, people who feel excited about doing the tasks they need to do, the job they need to do, connecting with the people they're working with. People who are abundant that way are excited about continuing to live. And some of them will say, okay, yeah, when it's my time, it's my time. That's fine. I'm not scared of it. Sometimes I say that, but I also reserve the right to freak out if it's about to happen too. I've never had to really face it, so it's very easy for me to say. I feel like I'm ready whenever it happens. It's fine. But abundance is about abundance is about not be feeling that connection, feeling excited, and wanting to find out what's going to happen next. And when people live in abundance, and they're following their purpose, they're following their joy, they're following their excitement, they're living in their purpose, quite often money will follow. Quite often money will follow, but we won't be waiting on it. We won't be, where's the money? Quite often money will follow because you're doing really great stuff for people. So quite often money will follow. But with the richness, the money without the abundance, without the excitement, without the joy is very, very, very hollow. Very hollow. But the abundance inside leads to a more joyful and exciting life. More joyful and exciting life. The abundance inside. So I call on Ireland to be an abundant country. We can also be a rich country. We also may be we have really, really clever, really amazing people in Ireland. So we may also be a rich country, but I'm calling on Ireland to be, let's build an abundant country. Let's build a connected country. Let's build a country that has purpose, a country that has excitement. Let's build Ireland. Eru Abu. Agus tá ar lá an seo.